Young and the Restless early weekly spoilers August 26th to 30th. Sally crushed and Sharon crumbles. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Young and the Restless from August 26th to 30th 2024 fans can expect a whirlwind of emotions and surprising revelations. Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, will find herself heartbroken while Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, might start falling apart. Nikki Newman, Melody Thomas Scott, and Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, will discuss Katherine Chancellor's legacy and Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson's departure from it. The CBS soap opera sees tension will rise as Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, confronts Billy about spreading rumors. Jill Abbott's, Jess Walton, health will also be a topic of concern. Meanwhile, Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, and Diane Jenkins, Susan Walters, will be worried about Victor's influence over Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer. YR sees the storyline intensify with Billy firing Lily and bringing her criminal record to the forefront. The Abbott mansion will also be a subject of interest when Claire Grace Newman, Haley Aaron, notices Kyle's interest in houses resembling the mansion. The week will conclude with Chelsea Lawson Newman, Melissa Claire Egan, making a shocking confession and Sharon having a bad day due to hallucinations of Cameron Kirsten, Lyndon Ashby. The upcoming episodes promise plenty of drama and unexpected turns on Young and the Restless from 8/26-8/30/2024. Get all your daily Young and the Restless spoilers and news here at Soap Dirt. And stay tuned for updates on your favorite characters' fates. The Young and the Restless, early weekly spoilers, August 26th to 30th. Sally crushed and Sharon crumbles. In the glossy halls of Genoa City, where secrets are currency and every glance carries weight, the final week of August dawns with storm clouds, emotional, personal, and devastating in scope. No one escapes untouched as lives unravel, hearts are bruised, and the facade of control begins to crack for some of the show's most beloved and broken characters. Monday, August 26th, Sally's illusions shatter. Sally Spectra stands at a precipice as glamorous, bold, but internally unraveling. All summer, she'd been walking the line between hope and dread, believing that her future was finally aligning. She had taken risks, gambled on love, and allowed herself to dream of stability in a city that feeds on chaos. But illusions have a way of breaking, and today, the fantasy splinters. The truth comes to her not as a dramatic reveal, but through a cold, quiet moment. A realization. A quiet betrayal long in the making, now impossible to ignore. A glance exchanged across a room, a message never returned, a door left closed. The signs had been there. She had just chosen to ignore them. The man she'd trusted, loved, even, was not where she believed he was. His heart had been drifting, little by little, in someone else's direction. And now, she could no longer pretend. She wanders through her suite, everything in it carefully curated, controlled, unlike the chaos erupting inside her. Her confidence, once her shield, feels brittle. She doesn't cry, not at first. Sally Spectra doesn't crumble that easily. But by nightfall, alone with her thoughts, she does. Not in anger. Not even in grief. Just silence. The silence of someone realizing they were never the priority. Tuesday, August 27th, Sharon unravels. At the Newman Ranch, Sharon's world begins to tilt. She had tried, valiantly, to keep things together. To be the support system, the steady hand, the wise heart. For her children. For Nick. For herself. She'd taken every self-care step, sought every coping mechanism, and maintained an appearance of calm, because what choice did she have? But grief doesn't schedule itself. It floods. And today, it comes for her. Memories crash into her, Cassie's laugh, Ray's embrace, Faith's illness, her cancer fight. The moments she'd survived, all of them, now weigh differently. Now, with her family fraying at the edges and her own identity uncertain, she feels herself slipping. She tries grounding herself with routine. Coffee at Crimson Lights. straightening a row of sugar packets, smiling at customers. Yet, her hands tremble. Her breath shortens. Panic, long dormant, awakens. At home, alone, she stares at her reflection and sees not strength but fatigue. The cumulative weight of years lived on the edge. Her resilience is there, but buried, dimmed. For the first time in a long time, Sharon wonders if she's losing herself. Wednesday, August 28th, the dominoes begin to fall. Nick Newman feels the shift before he knows what it is. Something is wrong with Sharon. Subtle, but unmissable to someone who's loved her through the seasons of her life. Her texts are shorter. Her smiles are hollow. And when he reaches out, she recoils, not with hostility, but with exhaustion. He wants to help, but Sharon has built walls. High, fortified, and meant to keep even him out. Meanwhile, Sally's absence does not go unnoticed. She avoids the places where she might see him, the one who broke her heart without words. She doesn't seek confrontation. Not now. The pain is still too raw. She's not ready to be noble or to forgive. But fate has its own ideas. Paths cross. Looks are exchanged. And while no words pass between them, everything is said in the silence. Elsewhere, Adam senses opportunity. In Sharon's fragility. In Sally's heartbreak. In Nick's distraction. He moves like a shadow, watching, waiting. Not out of cruelty, but calculation. He sees the fractures forming and wonders who will fall first, and how he might benefit when they do. Thursday, August 29th, Sharon breaks. The dam finally bursts. A minor mishap, nothing life-threatening, just a coffee spill, becomes the trigger. Sharon collapses in on herself. Tears follow, not quiet ones, but the kind that shake the body. The kind that have been building for years. She doesn't care who sees. She doesn't care if the world watches. For a woman who's weathered storms with elegance, the loss of control is shattering. She retreats. Turns off her phone. Draws the blinds. And allows herself to be broken. There's no one to play strong for today. At the same time, Mariah feels something deep within her soul. A daughter's instinct. She tries to reach out. But the silence on the other end of the line confirms her fears. Sharon is not okay. Friday, August 30th, cracks become chasms. By week's end, Genoa City is a different place. Sally emerges, not healed, but harder. There's steel in her now, armor forged from pain. She walks back into the world not to seek revenge, but to reclaim herself. She knows better than to beg for love not freely given. Still, part of her mourns what might have been. She reclaims her narrative. Begins to pour her focus into work, into her creative visions. But there's a new edge to her. She no longer smiles for approval. No longer adjusts herself to fit anyone else's vision. If love comes again, it will be on her terms, or not at all. Sharon, meanwhile, begins the slow process of rebuilding. The breakdown was terrifying, but also clarifying. It reminded her she is not invincible. That asking for help is not weakness. She starts therapy again. Opens up to Mariah. Accepts a hug from Faith without pretending everything is fine. The cracks are still there. But now they breathe. And somewhere in the shadows, others stir. Victor watches, concerned. Nikki prays for peace in her fractured family. Chelsea, sensing an opening, watches the chessboard with keen eyes. And Phyllis? She smiles. Because in Genoa City, collapse is always followed by chaos, and chaos is where she thrives. Closing reflections. The week of August 26th to 30th isn't about grand gestures or explosive confrontations. It's about the quiet devastation that follows betrayal. The internal storms that leave no visible scars but change everything. Sally is crushed, but not defeated. Sharon crumbles, but finds her roots. And in the echoes of their pain, Genoa City shifts again. Relationships bend. Alliances strain. Hearts break. But from the wreckage, something new always grows.